Hey everybody, welcome to the Sky Lounge, and this is Cruise Peruse, episode number 131 on a beautiful Friday morning. Blue Friday indeed, boys and girls, but we'll talk about our main culprits here in a bit. But gotta give a huge shout out. Jill Ellis, coach of the U.S. women's national team, after beating South Korea yesterday. Jill Ellis is now the most winning coach in U.S. soccer history. I know specifically people want to say U.S. women's national team history, but let's be honest. What have the men done for us? In terms of the soccer department, what have the men done? Nothing. You know, Alexi Lawless may try to suck themselves off in the U.S. men's national team, but guess what? They haven't done jack, and they haven't done shit. The women's national team, my God. Ever since the inception of the Women's World Cup, I mean, it's just been the women. It has been. They've taken this next step, obviously, with this World Cup this year. They were incredible. And Jill Ellis is now a soccer legend. And if, let's say in the next 10 years, we generate some great American players, men or women, I will argue that Jill Ellis was probably the start of something great like that. Because what are you going to really look at? Are you going to say the Jurgen Klinsmann era of the U.S. men's national soccer team was an impressive run? Are you going to say the fucking dipshit that we replaced in back? What was it, Bruce? Like, dude, I don't even give a fuck, all right? Like, the U.S. men's national team has been such a fucking disappointment. And you have Jill Ellis, who has been the epitome of consistency all throughout, with all the win tally she's got now, and people still criticize. And I get it. I get it. The whole political thing, you know, I get it. If you're on one side of the political spectrum, you don't want to recognize greatness because they disagree with your sensibility. They disagree with your philosophy. And this is why I say politics is fucking stupid. Right? I'd rather be mad about sports teams, you know, opposing sports teams than, I don't know, than bullshit politics that at the end of the day doesn't really matter, right? Because at the top heads, it's going to be the same shit. Different names, same shit. At the bottom is the average Joes like you and me, just living our day-to-day, marginal differences, you know, based on what these politicians do. They're marginal differences, boys and girls. We act as though it's a difference between poverty and, you know, stupid rich, but it's not. It's absolutely not. And the reason why I bring that up is because, yeah, the women's national team got on a lot of people's skins. I know it did. I've met people. I know people who flat out don't like the women's national team because of their political stance. To that I say, it's a red herring, okay? Don't give a shit about the politics. That's some other bullshit that, you know, respective parties will use as ammunition for whatever fucking campaign they're gonna get. Within the next year and a half, it's an election year, dude. Come on, like, no fucking kidding. But this is why I always say keep politics out of sports. Keep politics out of sports because I want to recognize just the greatness of what these ladies and Jill Ellis has been able to do from the sporting aspect. I mean, they have been absolutely wonderful. So, absolute kudos, you know, shout out to Jill Ellis and the women's national team because they fucking killed it. They absolutely killed it, right? But of course, you're gonna have haters. You're gonna have haters. And ladies, god damn it, greatness is a territory that is marred by haters and scabs just trying to ride your coattail. But you know where the true love lies. You know where the real fans will be. Supporting you all the way. Supporting you all the way. And I'll tell you what, if you wear that U.S. flag, representing the country of the United States, or really, in my case, South Korea. I cheer for both. I'm gonna root for you. I am. I'm going to hope that you're not a shithead and hoping that you do well. That's why the Ryan Lochte thing a couple of years back was infuriating. Fuck that guy. Dude's kind of a shitbag. But, hey, that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about some Dodgers. Man, oh man. You know, I'm watching the Thursday Night Football game, which we'll get to a little bit. Watching the Thursday Night Football game and simultaneously have on the Dodgers game. And, you know, watching the Dodgers game, and I thought, you know, if we're up 3-0 right now, we're going to be okay. It was 1-0 for quite some time, and it was a really closely contested match. Walker Buehler did great. I thought his pitching was, you know, it was great when it needed to be. Got the job done. And, man, as much as I love Kenley, Joe Kelly was superb as a relief. He was fantastic as a closer. He really was. I mean, on top of that, to have Gavin Lux in his first ever postseason outing, to get a home run, Dodgers fans, do you feel that? That's called optimism. That is called optimism, despite 2 years of dick punched into oblivion. Oh, man. I'm excited. I'm absolutely excited. If I'm not mistaken, I know Kershaw might be pitching today in LA, and then Hyunjin Ryu is probably going to pitch in Washington on Sunday. So I am very curious to see how the Dodgers will take care of the series. You got a confident win, a 6-0 win at home. And unfortunately, our boy Alex Verdugo is going to be out for the rest of the postseason. Injury. And you know what? I'm just hoping the Dodgers can pull out of this series with minimal injury. I mean, the Verdugo thing is a fucking bummer. It is an absolute bummer. But we just gotta deal with it. We gotta deal with it and just keep going. Gotta move on. We do. We absolutely do. Man. And I'll tell you what, the ALDS games are starting today. Let's be on the lookout for those underdog teams. I think Tampa Bay, I don't know, there's something about Tampa Bay that I am confident in saying they will frustrate the Astros. Something about the swagger of that team right now, the kind of chemistry and togetherness that team's got, I think the Astros are gonna have a real tough time. Now, on the other side, you got the Yankees and the Twins. And let's be fair, the Twins, historically, their nightmare has been the Yankees. Okay? And there's really no introductory necessary for the Yankees. There's really not. It's the fucking Yankees. Okay? Even if there are, you know, moments within the Yankees organization where it begs for a moment of sympathy or empathy, you won't receive anything like that. You're the Yankees. It's like if the Patriots are, feel bad for us. No. Why the fuck would we? No. The rich is rich. I'm not gonna applaud that. I'm not gonna applaud that. You're just living. Like the fuck? I don't give a shit. Cool. Like respect, but I don't care. Okay? And that's why the Yankees, man. I really hope the Twins can exercise some fucking demons. I mean, come on, man. You broke the MLB home run record as a team. Something's got to give. Something's got to fucking give, dude. I mean, if you're breaking records, something's got to fucking happen. Remember when the Tampa Bay Lightnings broke records last season and they got fucking swept in the first round? I hope something like that doesn't happen to Minnesota. I mean, it'd be great if something disastrous and hilarious happened to the Yankees. Hey, book it. I'll be there to laugh first. That's me. But shit, man, the Dodgers just giving me hope. And the Braves do kind of the opposite of that. Is it just me, or is it the fact that Atlanta sports, no matter what it is, except if it's soccer, you will choke? Is that part of your DNA? Is the city of Atlanta, is the state of Georgia in a perpetual state of choking? Because Braves, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Laid the biggest fucking egg. You choked that goddamn game away. It was unbelievable. I think it was like in the 8th or 7th inning. All these runs started going. I think there was a home run in there too by the Cardinals. I mean, the Cardinals just fucking took that game away. Yes, the result was 7-6, but you got that off of a couple of last-minute homers in the 9th inning, at the bottom of the 9th. I don't know, man. I feel like the Braves are going to disappoint a lot of fucking fans right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's the Cardinals versus the Dodgers in the NLCS. And the Cardinals, if that is the potential matchup, I will say this. If that is a potential matchup, I think the Cardinals are going to give the Dodgers a run for their money, but the Dodgers inevitably pull out. And hopefully we get to the World Series, because that's the goal. That's the goal, to win it. And I've said this many times, boys and girls. Personally, they get to the NLCS, I'm already a happy camper. I mean, from that point on, it's just kind of cherry on top for me, personally. And I know that's not the case for everybody. I know from the outside perspective, a lot of people are expecting World Series. I know more casual fans than me, they're probably wanting a World Series guarantee, but nothing is guaranteed. There's a lot of luck, momentum swing in the playoffs, and things can change at the drop of a hat. I mean, look at that fucking Nationals and Brewers game. Yes, it's just a one-game wild card game, but damn, things can really change quickly. And so I say this to everybody who's being impatient, guys. We're in this together, okay? 11 games. That's all it's going to take. But at the same time, it's going to take everything. I'm nervous. I'm nervous as hell. But guess what? Dodgers blue, baby, all day. All day. And you know what? Thursday was just a spot of nervousness all over. Yes, my Arsenal got a comfortable 4-0 win. Yes, hockey night was fully back with all 8 hockey games just going ape. Lots of interesting matchups, which I have to watch review videos by the hockey guy, because he's going to go through a very comprehensive, detailed review of each of the games yesterday. So I'm going to take a look at that. Dude is fantastic and amazing. And despite all the greatness, we had Thursday Night Football, which, to be fair, the first 3 weeks, they were terrible. The first 3 weeks of Thursday Night Football was trash, okay? Chicago Bears, Packers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and fucking Panthers, and then Jacksonville versus Titans. To be fair, this was the rise of the legend that is now Gardner Minshew. I get that. The second of his name, I get that, yes. But other than that Philadelphia Eagles and Packers game last week, which, to be fair, it looked as though you saw more of an exploited Packers defense than anything else. Yesterday was just kind of an offensive trade-off between both teams. Situational defense coming up big for Seattle. I mean, that Tedrick Thompson interception is going to be replayed so many times. And really, whenever on the national coverage, the Seattle Seahawks beat a big team, they'll talk about them for like 2 days, and then we're back into oblivion. Because no one gives a shit about us except us. As a 12, I mean, listen, I am over the moon. I love the fact that we beat the Rams. And this is the Rams team coming in bruised and battered. I thought they were just going to destroy us. In terms of, getting the necessary yards and getting the necessary bullshit to extend their lives in the game. And it was such the case. And really, at the end of it, boys and girls, Russell Wilson was fantastic. Todd Gurley is still doing Todd Gurley things, and I gotta say, Jared Goff was pretty good yesterday. As much as I berate the guy, as much as I still hold to the fact that I would not pay Jared Goff $100 million guaranteed money, because that seems like a real huge waste and a confidence shaker for Jared Goff. Because there are people like that. You put enough pressure on them, they're not gonna fucking come up to the challenge. But he did well yesterday. But really, it's Russell Wilson. It's always been Russell Wilson. I'm gonna hear it endlessly from all the fucking idiots. I'm gonna hear it from the stupid ass Packers fans. I'm gonna hear it from the stupid ass Chiefs fans. And the reason why I'm getting so aggro right now is because I've heard the stupidest arguments before. Rodgers is better. Okay, cool. Why? Why is he better? Because he can throw those Hail Mary passes. Oh, 2 Hail Mary passes? Fantastic. Fantastic. By the way, how good is he in terms of consistency? How much does he rely on his weapons? All these questions. Relatively speaking, I'd say Russell Wilson is marginally better. Yeah, you'd say the Mahomes thing. Boy, Mahomes got showed up last year at Seattle at the height of Mahomes' power last season, by the way. It's like week 16, week 15. Our boy beat your boy. And I get it. Mahomes is the new deal. He's a new shiny car, and everyone loves it. You know what? I love Mahomes too. I love seeing good quarterback action, man. I tell people all the time, as much as I still have my team, I love great quarterback action. I love good quarterbacks, and they make the game better. But to tell me right now that Russell Wilson isn't in the echelon of these two guys who at times seems overrated, but at times seems... No, they mostly, it just, sometimes they can come off as overrated depending on who's arguing for the point. But these are top tier quarterbacks, right? I mean, Rodgers, Mahomes, Wentz, Breeze. I'll put Brady up there too because the GOAT. These guys are in that tier 1, God tier. And people have always been saying, oh, Russell is tier 2, he's not that great. Well, guess what, motherfucker? Russell just stamped his entry into tier 1, blasting away with 4 fucking touchdowns, 250 plus yards, no interceptions, 73% completion rating. I mean, come on, 151.7 QBR. You're gonna tell me this guy isn't worth it? Oh my fucking god, dude. You know, as a Seahawks fan, I'm gonna defend Russell each and every time. I will. And of course, there are gonna be times where Russell may not have needed to throw the ball, or maybe should have thrown the ball earlier. There's a lot of things, but guess what? At the end of the day, this is my team. This is my quarterback. I gotta back them up. I will back them up. And when their backs were against the wall, man, a lot of luck being played into yesterday. I'm gonna admit to that. I'm a Seahawks fan, but I will say this: there were so many moments in that game. Interception, the Tyler Lockett catch, the Greg Zuerlein fucking this. I mean, come on, dude. So many lucky things happened towards Seattle's way. I can admit that. But guess what? All you dipshits saying, oh, they only won by a point. Well, we still won, motherfucker. Are you going to say anything about that? Huh? Come on. Get the fuck out of here. It's unbelievable, man. I'm telling you, boys and girls, hatred without logic, it's just stupid. I mean, listen, when I hate, I use my logic, and it might not work all the time, but I try to lay it out there. And if I'm wrong, shit, I'm wrong. I mean, like I said, I was talking shit about Jared Goff, but goddamn, he proved me wrong yesterday. Yeah, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, but with all those throws, with all that kind of panic from the sideline, he did relatively well. So did Gurley. And Greg the Leg. yeah, he missed in that clutch moment, 44 yards. But if it weren't for Greg the Leg, the Rams wouldn't have even been in that position. 9 points from Greg the Leg, if you're excluding the PATs. So there you go. It's just been a fantastic Thursday. We're going to have more shit on Friday. NLDS continues. Vegas Golden Knights will be playing the Sharks again. So review video is going to be up later tonight, boys and girls. So follow me at the Sky Lounge and all the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily contents. Now fuck off.